Things are going from bad to worse. Oh, yet again, amazingly embarrassed. So, Jack, I'm glad he's seen me, but so embarrassing. He just happens to be driving past when I thought, you know what, like he said, whack the seed in any time, I'll get the grass seed in. I've gone through the rigmarole of hooking up the seeder to the Landini, driving down here in the tractor, and I thought I'll whack some seed in this field. And he says, yeah, wrong time for it. Wrong time for it's December. When he said any time, he meant November. Typical. I wish he's been so helpful. Just wish he'd been a bit more specific, knowing what a noob I am. So when he said seed anytime, whack some grass in anytime, he meant November, the month we were in. But we were right at the end of November. I didn't think it'd make much difference now. But he said, oh dear again. That's not what he said. But he said he thought it was obvious it was November. He seemed a bit stressed then, but he stopped to tell me, so at least he did it then. But just things are going from bad to worse. This farming, I'm absolutely loving the outdoors. I'm loving wild farm and just working with the tractors and everything, but there's just hidden costs left, right and centre. I mean, all that money we had, I'm super chuffed. I paid off the loan of £5,000 with what we made from selling the old girl, the camper van. It was sad really to pay it off on debt that was never mine to start with, but super good to get rid of it. But at the same time, we've got to take, it's a roller coaster, this farming lark. I mean, look at that. Done that, actually worked and done that. Got a crop seeded and growing, it's amazing. And I'm trying to ride the highs with the lows. It's such a roller coaster, this farming lark. Such a learning curve, but trying to get this yard tidied and modernised a bit. And let's shut this gate. Yeah, mustn't get negative, mustn't get deflated, but it just seems like one thing after another, embarrassment after embarrassment. First I can't operate the flipping harvester of Malcolm's, then I can't deliver the corn, and that's created a whole thing. I'm getting paranoid now, feeling like the locals against me, or some of them at least. But I've tried to be positive, and I've used some of the money proactively. Got a skip delivered, so I can start shoveling that rubble in at some point. I mean, that's cost a bit, but there we go. I want to try and clear up. We've got rid, going round, packing up the rubbish, getting rid of that. I'm trying to make it feel more homely and more productive. Spending money like on the water tank. That's cost a right pretty penny as that. But what is really nice is now we've got an electrical pump wired up to pump the water up into that tank, and that's allowed getting this. Again, perhaps I shouldn't be spending the money on this, but I thought I can clean up the equipment, start as I mean to go on, and the old car's gone. I've had to sift through this long grass to find so many bits of rubbish, old bottles, but clearing up the yard's been really important. I think good start. Got some farming done, and it's important to try and make some of the place, especially memory of Uncle Pete. I mean, it's ironic really. I'm feeling really passionate about the place despite the lows, but our last parting was all about him wanting me to do more, be here more, and me being a stupid teenager and wanting to not spend time at this so-called, at the time anyway, boring farm and monotonous jobs, and how I wish I'd thought differently now and listened to him more and learnt from him. I mean, to have such a bust up, just about to head into my 20s, and him passionately wanting my brother or me, both of us especially, to come back here and spend more time, and leaving school and college to actually come and work with him and make something of the place. I wish I'd done it, I really do. And the fact that it broke down our relationship, and that with my mum as well, who I think she thought he was trying to make us do something we didn't want to do, which I suppose we didn't, but I don't know what the twists and turns life can take you on, but I've got rid of that old car that's been there since I can remember, and it didn't cost me out, but I didn't make any. I thought I'd make some money on scrap, naivety, but the fact that they had to bring a wagon to take it away, they said it's covered costs and that's it, so at least it didn't cost anything. This is going to have to wait till we've got more money, because although they could take it now, they're going to want money for storage if they're not working on it, and I can't afford to pay them for that at the minute. But this, I wanted the water to do some proper jobs, and really that well, it was the old pump on it just wasn't working right at all, so I'm happy with that. And on top of that, I've still got this Landini running. Fuel, that's something I need to think about. Fuel tank, seriously. I mean, I do not want to be driving this all the way to the industrial estate just to refuel at the speed it goes. Well, watch what I'm doing here. And as, yeah, I mean, some sort of tank. Let's pop out and see here. Plenty of room looking up on this. I'm just, again, it's just embarrassing. I just keep forgetting what to do with things. Really do. But it's all a learning curve. Let's get this P2 off anyway. There we go. It's just, come on, positive. We've got some good stuff done. There's more about the place as well. More positive changes. But that big gap, I mean, that was just another. I don't even know what's going on with it. The whole mess up with the corn delivery not going right. Jack running to my rescue. Me shooting off in the flipping. Super excited to drive the telehandler off, and then I get a phone call off Jack. The Skoda won't run. He dropped the corn. He managed to limp it round to the garage in the industrial estate, and they've been super busy. They've not had a chance to look at it until today, and they are saying Jack thought, and I thought, I was hoping he was right, it was a fuel blockage or something. After I had run it, it's been sat in there for so long, and then suddenly he says he dropped the corn off and it wouldn't run right. Took it to the garage and they say it's dead. They said the engine's duff, it's gone. And I find it hard to believe, and I'm starting to get paranoid, and I don't know what to believe. But they're saying, I've not even been down to see it yet, but they're saying it's completely gone, which is a massive blow, because at the minute they says they're looking at if it could be fixed, but they think it might need a new engine and they're hard to find. Then it might have to go for scrap, and I'm absolutely, it's like, what more is this place going to throw at me? And I feel bad thinking that, because I've been spending money, because I thought it was just a fuel blockage, it won't cost much money, so I've spent loads. We had that 20 odd grand, and I got someone in to bring in what I think is such a cool little shepherd's hut, because I've decided sheep, we're going to have some sheep in here, so I thought this is so cool. I've had it towed here, paid for that, I've paid for these, brand new. Thought, yeah, I want to feed them right, I want to water them right, you know, we've got this. I've even had someone come in, perhaps I should be learning to do this myself. I've had someone come in and put these gates on, not closed up yet because there's nothing in it, but extended the fencing, put the gates on, and it's so excited. These are one of the highs that we're going to get sheep in there, although we're either going to have to pay for delivery or get a little trailer. I'm thinking of getting a little sheep trailer to pull behind the landy, because let's face it, if I start moving them around and paying someone every time I do so in the future, that's not going to be right. But the highs, the roller coaster highs, eggs, we're making our own eggs, we're ready for sheep at some point. Got a water trailer there, that was already here, that's handy. Loads of rubbish has gone. I mean, round here, tidied up round here. So happy to have, you know, just a little seat, but I mean, just to take it all in. We've got the bench, and I never thought I'd be so happy to see a Portaloo, but to get rid, it was rotten, the wood was rotten, it stank, got rid of that outhouse, and just for now, to have a portaloo is like a luxury I never thought I'd say. Really is. And a plumber's been in, fitted this new hot water pipe tank. That's all plumbed in. And things are progressing, things are good. Except this reliance, as amazing as Jack's been, I don't know. I feel stupid for the field, that's my fault, and he stopped and helped. Malcolm's been great, you know. I mean, the whole thing where I was told it was set up, but the PTO was off. Maybe that was a test. Jack says he doesn't know anything about it. But Malcolm swore, when I took it back later and spoke to him later, he swore that the PTO had been hooked up. I don't know, I'm just getting suspicious. It's hard when you're living on your own. You're used to having people around you that you've known for a long time and trust, and I don't know, it's mad. But yeah, I think there's still more to do, but for now I'm really excited, as sad as it is, to give this Landy a power wash. So let's do that. Let's give the Landy a power wash, because she deserves it, she really does. Chap chucks. And at the minute there's decisions to be made about the Skoda. I could do with going down there. There's a lot of equipment to clean, and I'd like to go down there with a nice fresh looking Land Rover. Ho ho ho, just to have this. And we were still attached to mains, which is disappointing. I'd like eventually to get the solar panels or a windmill or something. That little setup Jack's got with the windmill, that's pretty cool. He built that himself. And I feel bad, he's been great. He really has. Look at the difference. And a windscreen to see through. Fantastic. Land Rover Defender, you're amazing. All the equipment needs a good clean, that's for sure. I think it's money well spent, I really do. Look at that. Fantastic. But I need to go down. I need to go down. See the garage about the Skoda. I don't want to lose her, but what do? Ask for a second opinion. I've got no reason not to trust them. It's just that place right opposite the garage, saying they don't take corn when they do. I don't know. And the guy who owns the fields, the other couple of fields in the town, oh, I've not shut the gate, you know what, whatever. I've got a great dog. He'll watch the chickens, he'll make sure no one snoops around. Not that I'm expecting anyone to snoop around, but I don't know, it's just all got my back up. At least Jack said, because I cultivated in the old withered canola last time, the ground's going to be pretty fertile for the future. But let's shoot on off. Let's shoot on off to the garage. Well, here we go. Oh, came in there a bit hot. Let's whiz on round and see her, at least. Where can I park? Oh, I don't want to block anyone in. Don't know. Let's just shove around here, eh? Here you go, Landy. Let's just whatever. Whack you in here. And let's go and oh, there she is. Let's go and chat to the guys and see what's happening with her. Well, that's that, isn't it? Right, good chat with them. They seem nice lads actually, and they didn't have great things to say about that place that won't take the corn, and that makes me feel a bit better. But the big and the smalls of it is, she's done for. Skoda's done. Another massive embarrassment on my part. Look, there they are over there. That corn. Yeah, I'm not happy with them. Jack reckons that now they know who I am, they'll deal with me now. I'll tell you what, I won't be growing corn and I won't be taking it there. But anyway, the garage has said she's done. That's it. She's very old, and embarrassingly, did I check the oil? No. Of course I didn't, because I'm an idiot. Did I check anything on her before I drove her? Loaded up with like all that corn? Not at all. So there was barely any oil in her. It was old. The engine seized. Simple as that. So basically when Jack's limped her back, it's finished her off, but I can't blame him, because they said pretty much most of the damage was done. They said realistically the chance of getting an engine for one of them, it's just not going to happen, and if it does, it'll probably be some showpiece and cost an absolute fortune, or be from abroad. So they said all I can do is get scrap, and she's there already, so there's no pickup fee, but they'll sort out the scrap. I'll get a bit, they don't know how much now, but it'll be a few hundred, maybe $1,000. They say they might get lucky if there's some parts on her that someone sought after, but I mean, I thought, what a brilliant piece of kit to have. The nostalgia of Uncle Pete's old Skoda, and then I keep thinking about that place, getting some straw in there but I mean that's a way off. Just, I don't know, a bit of money for a truck like that could have been my hauling crops here, there and everywhere. And I mean, what now? Some sort of trailer, another truck? I don't know, really don't know. But I tell you what, I'm gonna just back up here, spin round. I can't bear going back at the minute. I need a change of scenery, and I'm gonna head down into town. I can't believe it. Why didn't I check the oil? I mean, I looked after my camper van for years. I'd do oil changes, all sorts. I just didn't think to check. That was Uncle Pete's. Now it's not. I want that back. I want all these fields back. This place has changed a little bit, but I've been down a couple of times since I've been here, got the dog from here. I'm glad to see the market still going. I mean, that is something that can sell the eggs there. I've already chatted to him, he's a sound bloke in there. Yeah, there's a good little community here. I mean, this was Uncle Pete's. It never had a fence around it though. That looks like a new fence. Oh, there's the little park. That's been done up a bit, although the equipment don't look much newer than when I used to play on it. And down there, let's have a nose. I didn't come down here last time, but apparently it's some sort of holiday lets, like little lodges. Let's have a sneaky look in. Oh, someone there. Car anyway. Right, this is a bit swish, isn't it? Oh, a bit tight as well. Little holiday lodges. Perhaps my brother could stay here when he comes up. I mean, he could stay in the house, but the house ain't much bigger than one of these lodges. Anyway, see what he wants to do. He might want his own space. I think he's coming up the end of the month for Christmas. But yeah, that's all new there. Well, there's a few people about still. They're building another house down that way. But yeah, I'm going to have to think about a trailer or another truck or something. That's just, I mean, this farming business, how do you make money? I know I've chose to spend a bit on the water tank and things, but I see them really as essential to making it an off-grid home, a real working farm and home. And say off-grid, I'm on mains electric, but eventually it'd be nice, some storage batteries. And yeah, hey, that was nice driving, being able to see out the window. Oh, it's all coming back to no one being here to have a rant at. But there you go. I mean, there's me thinking the locals are against me and they're pretending the truck's dead. He showed me it just won't turn over at all. He showed me under the hood, under the bonnet, the hood. It's, what a mess. There's me spending money on skips and things, but we've got to take pride. We've got to get it up and running. I mean, there's a good space here for storing, I don't know what, wood, bales, maybe even another building, shed, silo, something, once all that's cleared away. Because we'll get one lot of crop in there, but there's more field and I want more to come. I want the sheep, but we need to be realistic. About 600 quid it comes in a month from Jack and his rent, and that's about it. And there's the other place to think of. I need to have a look at that apple tree. It's the right time of year to give it a bit of care. Try and get, I think it's about wood that's what, 2 or 3 years old, that gets the best fruit growing on it, so try and get some new growth sprouting on it. Maybe take down, sell these eggs at some point. Try and find out when he reckons the best, although they don't keep that long eggs, do they? Get the equipment cleared up, and yeah, I mean that field, that old canola field, at least it's fertilised with the stuff I mulched down, as Jack said. So as soon as I can get something planted in it next year, I'm going to do that, even if it's grass, because I'm going to want grass or hay really for the sheep, that's for sure. Got the baler, I mean that's going to be nice to be able to produce food for them. But yeah, I think next on the list has got to be getting a animal trailer and some sheep, because we're going to need that before we need some sort of harvest trailer or auger trailer or anything like that. So yeah, I think that's the plan. We're having a tidy up. Ooh, and I know next time I'm going to get the mower tomorrow. I think I'll get the mower out from the other side on the Landini and get this stuff mowed down. Maybe get some more gravel down, we'll see. But got to take the highs with the lows. The truck's gone, I can't do anything about that now. Just hope for as much money as possible. Just really hope that I need to stop thinking that something's been done to it on purpose. It's all been a misunderstanding with the corn people. You know, Malcolm's been great. He said there might be some more work. I can help him out. So yeah, it's positive things. Perhaps the locals aren't out to get us after all. Although he did say the guy who owns them other fields ain't the nicest bloke. Whether he's happy I'm here, I don't know. Oh, the deer again, back through. Surprised the dog's not chasing them. But yeah, we're making a start. I want to get stuff back. I've got some money in the bank. I've got some work to do. So I'm looking forward to cleaning the equipment down, looking for a trailer, some sheep, and getting the rest of the yard tidied up. And then perhaps it's a matter of selling some eggs and getting a bit of work off Malcolm. I think that's the future. But look at this. She looks as good as new. Let's get the rest of the equipment like that. Let's make this work.